2-2. Can you hear me? What's good? What's up? What's up, Greg? Yeah, what a great piano this is, right? Would love to see your velocity settings and EQ. Really great tone. You're the one who sold me on this piano. Okay, so I think what might be the best thing to do is just let me share I guess let me share my entire screen. Let's see what is it screen record? Is it this? Yes, it is. Okay. All right, bet. Um all right, so you see my screen here. Let me get my phone for the chat. Um I didn't think anybody would show up. But yeah, Greg, hold on. Let me get this this chat so I can actually see what you're saying. All right. My channel live. Yes, okay. Right here. Really great phone holder, by the way, or iPad holder. You know, it's got great weight. You know, it folds down. So I'm gonna do a proper review on this. But anybody who travels or does anything, you gotta have you a solid phone stand. So anyway, all right, here we go. We'd love to see your velocity curve settings and EQ. All right, so all right, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. In the velocity section. All right, all right. So what's going on here? I don't know if I forget if this is my velocity preset or not. But on my website, I do have a, excuse me one second. I do have a velocity preset for the Yamaha CP88, which is what I'm using now. So, so yeah, so if you have a Yamaha CP88, or I bet even if it's a Yamaha keyboard in general, I bet it would still work. I haven't tested that, but they tend to, you know, output generally the same stuff, same curve, right? So, okay, so here we go. So this, all right, you know what I'll do is I'll actually pull up a second Modern D so that I can actually show you and we compare. I don't know if I built this one off of feel or what. It's been a while, but okay. So if we go up to here, is this export? Okay, load. And then CC Soft 2025. So this is basically the preset that is on my website. It's free, absolutely free. So yeah, what's going on here with my screen? There we go. All right, so yeah, is this okay? Let's pin this up here and then get this guy. So this looks to be, no, it's different. It's different. Okay. All right, so yeah, so basically, you know, let me know if you already know how this works. And I won't explain it, but you know, it's basically just, you know, dialing in your. I think the trick is to not let it get to velocity 127 like you see here on, so this is my preset. If you see here on the right hand side, you see the top of this velocity curve, how I have it, like I drew it down a little bit. That's because I don't want it to hit the loudest velocity. To me, that's what makes it sound fake, and that's what all these other developers do wrong, you know, is that they let the velocity reach the top one, you know, the top sample quickly, and that's not how it is on the real thing. You know, you gotta you gotta know how to play the piano if you're gonna, on the real thing, output 127. So well, output the equivalent of 127. Am I playing both or just okay? This is the second one. Right. So the velocity curve on this one on my preset, you have to set it to soft. And on this one, what I'm doing now is normal. So right. So I made this one. I made this before I made this. I'm sure of it. Um, because yeah, I figured out that setting it to soft is the cheat code here. So normal, soft. So we're looking at this guy right here. So the reason why it's good to change the outgoing curve of your MIDI controllers because that's something that cannot be changed outside of the factory, right? And every keyboard outputs different velocity curves. You know, so that's the thing with that. So experiment with your velocity curve there. Right, so now let's go to the second one. So this is actually my preset here with soft. So, it's a pretty linear. See, I like to play in the softer velocities, you know. But yeah, so that's what's up with the EQ. So I'm using yeah, this is the one that you were talking about. Yes, I'm using this guy right here. And then as far as the tone is concerned, so there's no EQ going on here. Just the key noise is exaggerated, right? Sympathetic resonance is like all the way up. Yeah, I need that all the way up. So now this sympathetic resonance polyphony right here, it says 22. You know, you can slide it up to 40. 40 is the max, right? So what this basically is, it just, the short answer just gives you more movement, you know, from the soundboard, which is actually pedal resonance is what I'm talking about. But sympathetic resonance is one string vibrating the other, and that happens a lot. So yeah, silent strike, this can actually turn down. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with that. Shh. Hey. Ella, be quiet. when I'm practicing a new key, I'm basically just seeing if I can do everything I can do in E flat, for example. You know, whatever. In A though. Not the same thing because I'm improvising, but you know. Let's see. Hey, Chris. Have you ever tried the Kawai Legend VST? Giovanni, did you say this to me before? I don't know. I looked at it. I didn't buy it, but I wonder, should we just look at it together and see initial thoughts? Oh, have y'all seen Omnosphere 3? What do you think about it? Do you plan to get it? Is it a hard pass? Is it a nah? Or is it a yay? You know what I mean? What's the consensus? But Kawai Legend, okay, VST, Premiere. All right, so let's see. Premiere Sound Factory Kawai SKEX Competition Grand. Now, I have played a Kawai EX, which are fantastic pianos. The SK, what is that, Shigeru? Super high-res acoustic piano library, 96 hertz, 24-bit for contact and free contact player. 270. Boy, this thing better be good for 270 smackaroos. Woo. Okay, so this better be good. Before we hear anything, I just want to see like what, you know, like what all are they touting here? This piano's Formula 1, Shigeru Kawai. Right, okay, EX. Now, I have not played the EX version of the Shigeru Kawai. But full concert grand piano made by, okay, so that means 9 foot, right, at least, is the ultimate, born to win at world competitions. Okay, yada, yada. So basically, they're talking about, this is all marketing speak. Miraculous collaboration. Okay, yeah. Not just high res, super high res. Ooh, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what makes a great piano, guys. But let's keep going. We want to create the best piano library. We want to leave a piano that serious producers can truly be satisfied with. The Premiere team has done everything possible, and it is now complete. Well, I am a serious producer, and will I be satisfied with this? I don't know. Piano Premiere Legend contains only one piano. The parameters are also very simple because nothing else is needed. We believe you can experience our true worth, overwhelming density, thanks to our unique quality control technology for both analog and digital audio, which we have pursued and cultivated over many years. I'm sure. Listen to me. Why am I being so hard on these people? Love the fact that you use Omnosphere FX as plugins on everything now. Yes, that. Okay, we're going to listen to this piano, but that, I have to say, yes, Omnosphere 3. I have to say that is right, overview. So yeah, I mean, look, you get all of these sounds, you know, which they're talking about thousands of presets. I don't know. I mean, yeah, if you're the type of person who just browses presets and does that, there's no shame in that. When time is money and I don't have time to create anything unique, yeah, I'll scroll through presets. I do that too. I'm not bashing, but what I'm saying is I much prefer to create the sounds myself. You know, I have my go-to sound. Like, for example, if I want a Juno pad, I'll just pull up, you know, Tal Uno LX and create a pad. I even have a hardware unit for that plugin based on how good that plugin is. It's plugged up right now. I don't know. Can you see this? Like I want to keep the lights on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so I even have a hardware unit to control the Tal Uno LX software. I mean, it sounds amazing. And with this basically turns, the software into a hardware synth. Um but that being said, that's kind of the thing with Omnosphere is that, you have hardware control, which is so sick. And I've used it before. I have this Korg mini log. Shout out to Korg. Thank you, Tom. But I have this Korg mini log, and you can use that synth that has a profile in Omnosphere that you can just map everything to and use it that way, which I love. But that being said, let's get back to Omnosphere. That being said, Omnosphere is amazing. I've got so many. So this is my IMDb page, right? Oh, 2020. See, it's been you have to if you don't know, you have to input this stuff yourself a lot of times. So yeah, like I still have music being placed, but it's like 5 years ago. Anyway, that being said, but in 2020, this is when Omnisphere 2 was getting so much use from me, especially on the Kardashians. Like, yeah, what year was this? Where is Keeping Up? 90 Day Fiance. Okay, that's been a popular one. So that's all over that. Mysteries and Scandals, of course, it's all over that. Timber Creek Lodge. What did I use for Timber Creek? I don't know, but yeah, it's all up in here. E True Hollywood Story, of course. Like it's like the pulsing. Okay, yeah, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. 16 episodes, right? So 3 years. So all this stuff. This is Omnisphere is all over that. So I love Omnisphere. You know what I mean? But what I don't love is the Keyscape C7 piano. If you're gonna play I love it when you're playing soft and long notes. I don't love it when you need to like have a vast attack and release samples, and like if I'm doing a solo piano record, it's not going to be with that. If I'm doing a cue or something like that, one of these shows, sure, I'll use that. It sounds great. I'll use the double felt, but again, for acoustic piano, Modern D is the best in my humble professional opinion, right? So it's just the most versatile, it's the most realistic. But best is subjective. You can't really say best because there really is no best. All right, so back to Omnisphere. Yeah, I'm so stoked about the effects that you're talking about. I can't wait to pull up the Modern D and get all these effects in here. Oh, it came out today, right? 21st. Man, do I want to drop 500 smackaroos on this right now? No. But yeah, maybe I will when I get back from tour. But nonetheless, yeah, man, this thing is awesome. Omnisphere is awesome. It always has been. You're hearing hesitation from me, and that's really just because when you have so many options, sometimes it can be exhausting. Like and to be brutally honest with you, like trying to find, like, to me, Omnisphere. Yeah, for my personal use with the piano and finding layers and stuff like that, I honestly just use pads and the keyboards. Yeah, like the Roland stuff they have. What's that I used to use back in the day? D50 or yeah, any of those. Yeah, like RD series. I'm blanking right now, but the JV 1080, all that type of stuff. I will give you that. They sound amazing. Shout out to Eric Persing. Man, wow. Kudos to you. Shout out to you. Wow. Those sounds are so fantastic. But outside of that, yeah, man, you can just option overload can be a thing, is all I'm trying to say. Right? So that's why, like, if I'm doing a project, I'll try to like limit myself. Like I'll say, okay, this track I'm gonna only use acoustic guitar. Like the drums, everything has to come from the guitar. Or I'll say, like, if I'm using my MPC, I'll say, okay, I'm only allowed to use this one sample. Just when you limit yourself, you become more creative somehow, right? So That goes from my experience. So anyway, yeah, Omnosphere 3. So let's check out this Premier Kawai piano. All right, here we go. Okay. So first impressions off of the lower velocities is wow. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds really good. I wonder if that was the soft pedal or the una corda pedal. Sostenuto pedal. No, no, not sostenuto. Soft pedal. Yeah, I wonder if that was that. But yeah, that sounds fantastic. Again, the only thing I didn't like in there was like that one transition from note to note. Um so yeah. Try to limit yourself. I'm telling you, you're gonna get a lot of it just forces you to think more critically and see what sort of options you have, how much mileage can you get out of just one plugin or. So yeah, that's what I like to do. So okay, all right. So soft notes, yeah, pretty good. There was just that one little transition in there. Where is it? Yeah, right up in there. Like the release samples. Oh yeah, right there too. You hear the velocity, how it jumped out? Now, at the end of the day, if you're gonna be using a virtual piano to publish something like in media, take the time to edit the velocities. Like that's what it's for. Yes, you can get a realistic sound, but it's gonna take editing of velocities, right? I'll show you what I mean in a second here, but love the resonance, love the attack, great tone. Nope. 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 No. Sorry. Nah, bro. I can't. See, why am I not getting sound now? Right. So, like, that's how the low end is supposed to. The release samples are supposed to be. You hear all that? Like the low, and that's the same thing with the Keyscape C7. And if somehow Omnosphere team is watching this, you're welcome. This is how you improve your greatest piano. Is all you got to do is just fix the release sample issue, and then you're Gucci. Now it's challenging when it comes to program. I don't know what their backend is like, but it's challenging when it comes to like how to program those with velocities and filters and so on so whatever. But yeah, the low end's got to be right. This one's not there. Okay, so up to 42 layers per key. like don't be fooled by numbers hype, right? It's like, okay, what are you getting? Like a lot of people look at quantity versus quality when it comes to making sure they get their money's worth. But bro, $250, that's a lot of money, man, for a lot of people. So, what do you mean? I'm trying to understand. Do you hear like it is compressed in some kind of way? Kind of, but what I mean by I'm assuming you're referring to the low end here. See, and so this is the thing with why I like to say, as often as you can, I would love for you to play an acoustic piano, even if it's going into your local piano store or whatever, and asking, can you, can you try out some 9-foot pianos? Do you have any concert grants here? And you'll see, like, does it sound fine? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I'm being hard on these developers just because the bar is so high for me. I'm an impossible end user. So, but that being said, yeah, like it's like if I'm gonna use it, especially like bare, naked or whatever, by itself, so in a solo context, it's got to be on point, man. You've got to be able to. So anyway, but yes, it's the low end. It's the so on this E flat, which is the same key as this, on this E flat, you hear the wow. That is the dampers returning to the string after it's being struck. When you strike a note on the piano, the damper lifts up a little bit and like just like it bounces, right? The damper just bounces. It lifts when you play the key. The damper lifts, and then when you release the key, it comes back down on the string or whatever. So that extra, well, that's what's happening in real life. So I don't hear that here. It's like they just chopped the sample and then used reverb to try to get the same effect, which is not. That ain't it. Right. So anyway, but yeah, I'm just a hard critic. But yeah, it's actually not bad. Break the velocity limit? What does that mean? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is it okay? Is it good? Yes. Yes, but is it incredible? No. What's incredible? The Modern D is incredible. Right? Um Stop with the fanboy, Chris. I hear you. Trust me. I hear you before you leave the comment. I hear you. But I'm just saying, it's a lot, man. So but I mean, who can I see this Kawhi Legend being for? Well, if $250 is nothing to you, yo, pardon me, if 270 plus tax, so yeah, um, getting close to $300, you know, is it worth it for one piano, for this specific one piano? If you ask me, not a chance. Bro, the most I pay for this is, I hate to say it, but the most I pay for this is $99. I don't know. It just and I haven't even played it. So this is just me judging it before playing it. Kawai, if you know, or Premiere Sound Factory, if you're seeing this and you want to send me one to try and do a proper review on, that's fine. You know, and anybody watching this, if that's what you want to, leave it in the comments. Send it to them, you know, and we'll do it. I'm a tough critic, you know, but we'll do it. I got to be honest with the people who tune in, you know what I mean? Like you, Giovanni, nice people who show up, you know, and Greg. So yeah, it's I don't know about this one because for $280, $300 more, if you all you need is $200 more and you got this right here, Omnosphere. Like I know it's not a piano, but especially if you already that's the thing, if you already have a great piano, then you know, don't bother. You know what I mean? Don't bother. If you already have a great piano, don't bother. This is a hard pass for me. Um, Only because I have the Model D. Now, if you're somebody who likes the tone of this, like if the specific tone speaks to you, because that's the thing, we all have different reference points for what our favorite piano sound is, right? Like certain recordings that like I have my favorite Rhodes sound. My favorite Rhodes plugin is it's based on a certain era of Fender Rhodes recordings, right? So it's like there, and that's why I mean there's no bad piano. All of them are good. You know, it's just like little nitpicky details that me personally I look for, and that's the thing. These are strictly my opinions. You know that, but I'm just like saying it out loud. You know, because yeah, the pianos. If you spend so much time playing piano, it's like it's got to be. You have to love it, you know. And I don't because these are digital goods. I don't think they would offer a refund if you don't like it. You're just stuck. You're out $300. Like if it's not. And the thing is, it can sound great, but does it play well? And that's the thing about the Modern D that I really love is that I don't know how they got it working, but the response and the way it plays and the way it feels, especially in the lower velocities, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. So you know, yeah. So yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, I'll let you know if I get my hands on this. And before I'm leaving for tour November 9th, so until pretty much the end of the year. I'll have my camera and my rig, and I'll be vlogging and stuff like that, showing you the tour bus and you know behind the scenes stuff like that. So every piano, I'm trying to bring a piano. I'm really trying to bring a piano. I can't say more about it right now. I'll let you know, but yeah, it's gonna be awesome if the team can work this out. So to travel with your own piano, that's like Herbie. That's Herbie status, you know. But anyway, thanks for watching. This is like I was just warming up here, but I love this. I love this discussion about virtual pianos, especially virtual instruments. And yeah, let me know what else you wanna see. Again, the live format here is the easiest way for me to make any kind of video happen. So you know, it's like I'm touring and stuff and playing a bunch of gigs and all this kind of things, right? And projects. So but I'm here. I'm here. I just want to let you know I'm here. So send me some requests. I'm moving too. So when I get into a new spot, before I move, I should do a studio tour for sure, like a YouTube setup, a tour before I start breaking this stuff down because I'm moving. But um, yeah, I'm an opera singer. I'm trying to find a piano that seems. Is it row? So I can add in room in mix to make them match the rooms where I'll record the singing. Ah, I see. Yes, you are. You are being clear. Yeah. Well, you know the good thing is that you can the dry piano. Yeah, raw. Yes, yes. I'm trying to find a raw piano, dry piano, so I can add my own room to it to match. If I'm understanding you correctly, I think that's what you're saying. And that being the case, that's why we have IR loaders, impulse response loaders. You know, plugins like Studio One has one called Open Air. which, let's see, how can I, right. So open air, right. So basically, and in Studio One, it comes with a bunch of like 3D impulse responses, like halls, rooms, or whatever. Um, yeah, you can literally take your own impulse response. Like it's not that hard. Of any space you go into, as long as you have at least like a few minutes of silence, you can in the space you can create your own impulse response and then load that space into here, and then put this on top of the piano. Like I'll just show you. See, large halls. What would this be? Let's just try Archangel Church. Right. That's nice. Let's see. Yeah, let me turn the reverb off here in the modern D. Oh yeah, there is no reverb. Okay, good. Right. So, a lot of good things can happen with impulse responses. So, anyway, another reason why I love Studio One. So that's just me though. Thanks for these tips. They will be very useful to me. I'm so glad to hear that. All right. It is 2 o'clock where I'm at, 2 p.m. Time to go to the grocery store, get some water. Anyway. All right. Y'all take care, man. You take care. Giovanni, see you on the next one, okay? Send me some comments. Let me know what you want to see. All right. Talk to you guys later.